So it gets even more ridiculous. Of course, the Ebola in America scam continues with this story, which has lit up the internet. Here we are on NBC DFW, Dallas Fort Worth area network. And mystery solved. Plainclothes man at Ebola scene perplexes viewers. The public asking, of course, why this plainclothes guy or clipboard guy was not wearing a hazmat suit, yet the rest of the team was, as they transported alleged second Dallas victim Amber Vinson bound for Atlanta. So there were so many people questioning this all across the web that it forced the corporate media to give an explanation. And well, let's just say they shouldn't have even tried. Okay, they should have just left this alone, because all they did was expose themselves further and shot themselves in the foot. The explanation and excuse further proves that this is all a charade.
An image that I think a lot of people have seen by this point in the day. When that second nurse, the sickened nurse, Amber Vinson, was put on a plane, transferred to Emory Hospital, in Atlanta, you see the four people in hazmat suits, and then there's that guy with clipboard, in street clothes, not wearing any sort of protective clothing. Is this concerning, Elizabeth? I think to the untrained eye, the optics of it are concerning when you see four people taking great caution in taking care of a patient who is in the yellow hazmat suit.
Right, so optics are not always right. We reached out to Phoenix Air, the folks who were doing the transport. We haven't gotten a hold of them, but they did speak to ABC News, and they had a very reasonable explanation, which is that the guys in the suits have limited visibility, and so you want someone out there to give them verbal directions, not touch them, but to say, you know, move here or go here or do this. So he's a supervisor, according to ABC, and you can see that he's keeping his distance. So I know it might look a little bit funny, but he is, you know, at that distance, he's not going to, you know, he's not right near her. He's not in contact with her bodily fluids. I'm pleased to say that Clipboard Guy now has his own Twitter handle, which is that the guys in the suits have limited visibility. So I know it might look a little bit funny, but...
Yep, there it is. They can't see well in their suits, so they needed Clipboard Guy. This is just one sick joke. Well, we can prove easily that they're BSing us 100% here, because anyone who is trained in this field and knows about hazmat suits knows that there are different types and levels of suits you wear depending on the situation. And here they are clearly wearing level B hazmat suits, which offer more than enough mobility and field of vision for this situation here. The explanation would be fine if they were wearing, say, hazmat level A suits, which makes you look like a giant astronaut. But as you can clearly see, they weren't. See, I told you guys, we are going to be seeing these kinds of incidents. The Ebola in America scam is based on the premise that it is being spread due to negligence, incompetence, and not following protocol. This is more of the same tactic here, okay? They want the public perception of this to be that they are being careless. This just plays more right into that. And this is proven if you look at the reaction of this story all across the web. Take on this very page, for example. Below there are Facebook comment posts showing how people fall for the bait, hook, line, and sinker. Bottom line, not in the Dallas area. What the hell? He was not protected, and he will be near people. No matter where he is, it should not have happened. He needs to be put on watch the second the plane lands so he does not infect anyone in Atlanta. This needs to be contained, and I, one, will be ticked off if I hear a report next week that he is the next victim. Oh, don't worry, you won't hear it. It will be on the down low. Disgusting. With actions like that, there is no way this will be contained. I just read this. A CDC spokesman told KTVT that they didn't think anything was wrong with the interaction since he kept a safe distance. How can they say he kept a safe distance? He touched the hazmat suits and items the workers in hazmat suits touched. Read their article here. Bottom line, really? As if we don't care he's taking whatever elsewhere? Unprotected is unprotected, and we deserve answers. There has obviously been enough protocol unfollowed. I'm interested in an update to this story. Find out who he is and what made him think Ebola won't affect him. Surely he's got friends, a family, or whatever. So you see, playing right into it, and this is what the media wants. It doesn't matter that Ebola is hard to catch or hard to spread. The fear that they are conditioning the masses with is what this is all about, and that's why you see all of these reactions. It doesn't matter whether or not Ebola is difficult to spread. People will react in this way, in this fashion, because the media has conditioned us all on a daily basis thus far. So all this really is to me is a staged scene intentionally made to look like they are being careless, wait for public reaction, then offer the dumbest excuse imaginable, okay? Because they know the mainstream public will buy anything. They don't care. The aftermath and excuse given here alone is really quite enough to see how this whole thing is BS, nevertheless. The Ebola in America scam is completely exposed and shattered at this point.
To give them verbal directions, not touch them, but to say, move here,
okay. So let me get this straight. These guys in these suits have limited vision. Now they're wearing the suits because this lady here has one of the most deadly viruses in the world. So they have got themselves all geared up. I mean, as you can see, they even got these, these respiratory type gear here going in the back, right? They're even getting the oxygen supplied sort of thing. And this guy... You can't make this shit up. This guy here is in the plain clothes because these people can't see what they're doing. Therefore, they need this guy to not suit up in order to be able to see what's going on so that they can be directed and that they can get the yellow person up on the plane. Yeah, that makes sense, doesn't it? Doesn't it?